Yo, what's up guys, welcome back for the YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. 2 matches remaining and then all the way back to the beginning. So the last group here, Group H, with a lot of big names. First 2 decks are paired up against each other like always, the upper 2, right? So Spellbooks versus Performages and Pals. Yes, Spellbooks is a decklist from 2013, but you know, the cutoff was about 2013, 2014. The first decklist should be a familiar face. It's the winner of last year, returning this year, OCG by the way, so that's because the list is from 2015, not 2016. It was YgoPro for the TCG. I've seen a comment in the previous video, but again, the decklist speaks for itself. Power cards in the extra decks, in the extra deck is of course Shockmaster, well, Ignister to some way, or on some level, but Lavalval Chain is still there. Azothoth Access is still ridiculous. Then again, Azothoth is not really that fantastic in here in this case in a spellbook matchup. That's an important thing to note. Second list, you have Spellbooks. Well, what can I say, right? Spellbooks decked out, I guess, for the format, especially back then, with a small amount of traps, the Wing Blast, the Warning, the Judgment, and the Yugioh, however you want to pronounce it, Kaisu, Kiko. Again, also in the main deck, banish stuff from your opponent's graveyard, but yeah, which deck has the advantage? It's an iffy one. Both decks definitely want to go first. Spellbooks maybe a bit more compared to Performages and Pals. Put up Yugioh and prevent your opponent from special summoning. Especially game number 1, that could be crucial, but post, side deck, Performages and Pals definitely could have the advantage because of the side deck. Twin Twisters, Swords of Concealing Light, maybe Dark Hole, also to potentially hit the Yugioh. Anyway, so Veiler on Blue Boy, that's a crucial one if you see the hand. Otherwise, Blue Boy probably would have searched the Spellbook of Judgment, and there was already a secret. There is a third Spellbook in hand, so Master would already have been live, and then probably, the field spell to put up the third activated spell card. So again, Spellbook of Judgment would have special summoned a Yugioh to the field, but that Veiler said no. And Spellbook of Judgment, as you know, is a quick play spell card, so it also works during your opponent's turn. For every spell card activated during your opponent's turn, if it's activated during their turn, you will always or also get a search and or special summon right from the deck. So it kind of felt like a maxi here in the first turn, for me at least. Well, turn number 2 from the duel. But anyway, Gachi for some extra protection, I guess, but this should be my duel. I don't need to fear any hand traps here in game number 1 especially. Kiko is on the field, so I can't banish any monsters from my graveyard, so that's why I bounce back Kaisu or Kiko, the Ghost Destroyer with Ignister. This way I can, eventually get a damaged Juggler in the graveyard, banish it, search something, and, go from there. Get Sephiroth on the field, basically another level 4. Head Trigger again hits the board, also Trapeze Magician. Well, Trapeze could have been good, but Gachi has that protection effect, so Castel is definitely there to bounce back Gachi. So that's a good one for Performages and Pals, especially the first duel. You would definitely want to win that pre-side deck. Post side deck, again, I think, let me think. I think I side decked Twin Twisters, obviously, and I think Dark Hole. I'm not sure if I side decked the Swords as well, Sword of Concealing Light, because again, Yugioh can be protected by the, the quick play spell. Forgot its name. Is it Wisdom? Not sure if it's Wisdom that, makes Yugioh basically unaffected by spells or traps. Anyway, so Yugioh on the board, and that's a problem. Was it Book of Moon? Yeah, Book of Moon. Okay. Maybe Fate would have been a better move, I guess, probably. Then again, Book of Moon puts them, well, Fate as well, right? Both put the monster face down, so it's based on, in this case, Sephiroth is indeed a monster, a sitting duck, to be destroyed by battle off of, the Spellbook of Power and a Spellbook of Master, copying the Spellbook of Power. But I do have one set, and that set could have been like maybe Warning, maybe Judgment, maybe Treasure Strapple. But here in this case, sadly not the case. Not the Draco face off, not that great for the moment. But that's Spellbooks for you, right? From 2013. quite of a slow deck, a grindy deck, sitting on Yugioh, the Star Halls. Every time, for every spell I believe activated, or spellbook or whatever, it will gain like a spell counter, and you know, your spellcasters will just become more powerful. So yeah, no reason to play that one through. Game number 3, and I go first. Normal Summon Joker, that's strong. Again, Wavering Eyes going first, that's perfect. So I can immediately get rid of my Luster Pendulum from the extra, not the extra monsters, but from the skills. So I can go for Monkey Board, Key Turtle, that's lurking in the background. I still have the draw from that, but Pendulum Summon 4, again, Master Rule 3, you know, like links, that's important, Search Joker, and this is an important one. So going for Ignister first, Special Summon the number 1, going for La Valva Chain, and because I already have a Juggler, I'm going to stack the top card of my deck being Effect Veiler and, you know, use the draw of Key Turtle, drawing the Veiler, which we knew was there, and an extra card because of Lizard draw rights, or maybe hopefully drawing some hand traps or disruption, but I mean Shockmaster, MVP against a super spell card oriented deck, against a lot of decks, right, but you know what I mean. And yeah, just call spells, and okay, the Spellbook deck is running multiple traps, side-decking Compulse, I believe, yeah. Compulse, Wing Blast is there, so it could play during my turn as well, but you know, Pendulums can just keep pumping out resources, pumping out, you know, exceeds to potentially disrupt here my opponent. And again, I believe Shockmaster called traps, should have called traps, I think, you know, potential Solemn Judgment or Solemn Warning. So I can go for Ignister, Special Summon something from the deck, and, you know, bouncing back something. So I should be able to attack for a game, this one. Yeah, bounce something back, going for Draco Face Off, basically an extra beat stick on the field. Ah, okay, the full package. Dinosaur, Reborning Master Pendulum from the graveyard, and that's indeed the full package. And I can go for a game. So Shockmaster again coming in clutch. Game number 4, again, I go second, and I see Twin Twisters, and that's important, that's a good one. Especially if, you know, your opponent has access to Yugioh with like maybe 1 or 2 sets, probably, you know, one of them being Fate and maybe Wing Blast, whatever. So I should be in a decent position. So Yugioh search 3, and that's important. This is ridiculous, right? But I need to Twin Twister both back row. Fate is an obvious one to put Blue Boy face down, you know, the Book of Moon effect. Normal Summon Joker to get a search. Search Key Turtle, probably I'm going for a draw here off of Key Turtle, see what I draw, but I need to get rid of Yugioh first, Yugioh. And then, you know, go for the Pendulum Summon. Sorcerer will, I believe, hit for 2, yeah, Monkey Board and the Plush Fire. Probably I should be going for, yeah, Juggle, you know, the standard plays. Valval Chain, Detach, Juggler, send Zephyros, I think. Yep, I don't need to, you know, pick a monster and put it on the top of my deck. Juggler in the extra monsters. Ah, okay, yeah, this way, by putting Zephyros on Chainlink 1, Twin Twister on Chainlink 2, this way the field spell misses timing. And because I'm going to, at least I want to call spells now, I don't think I would have, at least I'm not able, I would not have been able to use Twin Twister during my opponent's, let's say, draw phase. And then, you know, hit the field spell with Twin Twister to, you know, let it miss timing right. So I can basically do the same during my turn. But here I make a small mistake. I was like, well, the 2 sets, I believe all of them were basically searched in the previous turn. Because of Spellbook of Judgment, there was, I think, 1 unknown card. And now we see that it's the Judgment, right? Because again, you can't search Judgment off of Judgment. And I believe Blue Boy was negated. So and you'll see I'm going for Direwolf to like, oh man, let's force out the back rows, like Warning, whatever. But I mean, we now see, of course, they're both bluff, and we obviously in hindsight now we see that the Spellbook, if not mistaken, right, but the Spellbook of Judgment was indeed that unknown card, but doesn't really matter too much. That's how it is. So Trapeze Magician, and again, if this would not have been the game, would always have been able to make any form of rank 4 exceeds. What were the options? Shockmaster was gone, I think, not sure. But yeah, I mean, this would have been my duel, right? So yeah, good match. Performages and Pals take the 3 points over Spellbooks. But Spellbooks are obviously still alive in the tournament. So again, 1 match still remaining, and that's a big name, a very, very big name. And it's Dark Warrior from 2019. So links featuring Isolde, Rongo Bongo Turbo, right? Just don't let your opponent play the game. It's going to take on one of the most powerful decks I feel ever created. engines and archetypes, and of course because of Sir Block Dragon, how broken that card is. Emancipator from 2020, so basically Helgi Fibrex Turbo, Emancipator full force, right? So again, feel free to leave your prediction. The community tab should be open soon. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.